Hello, I'm Brian Ewing, and as you probably know, I am a relatively average, high-achieving student at Caledonia High School. But what you don't necessarily know is that I am missing a tooth. And I only point this out because I know as a video viewer that you are most likely going to spend the entire video wondering, is that person missing a tooth? So, right now I want you to get a good look. Yep, there we go. Alright, now that that's out of the way, we can get started with the real video. The point of this video is to really show who I am, because personally, I believe that looking at someone's statistics and grades and activities doesn't necessarily give you the best idea as to who they really are. I believe, and I don't mean to sound narcissistic or cocky, I probably will, that I am a very interesting person. I use the euphemism interesting because I don't like to use the word crazy. Granted, that's probably how a lot of people would describe me. And what I really want you to get from this, not just this, but also the essays that you've most likely already read, is that I try very hard at what I do. And right now, what I want to do more than anything else is to go to University of Chicago. Because to me, University of Chicago does not represent merely another place where I can go and learn things. To me, University of Chicago is the future. It represents the next stage in my life that I can grow and become something more than what I am now. Because what I am now is this, someone who tries very hard, but is essentially limited by the environment around me and the resources that I have available. I believe that at University of Chicago, that will change. And I believe that I will have a lot more opportunities, which I am very excited about. So far, I've been talking a lot about University of Chicago and what I think that you can do for me. But I think what you really want to know is what I can do for you, Chicago. And I think that personally, I'm a kind of person who can make waves. Granted, a lot of places, a lot of universities don't necessarily care for the kind of person who's going to come, disturb the peace, so to speak, and be not a nuisance, but an influence. And I believe that even though my tooth, which hopefully will be fixed by the time I come to your beautiful campus to go to school, can make such an impact on the people around me, I can do something bigger. I can take the people around me and make them better while I'm making myself better. Alright, it's getting pretty cold out here at the park, which is where we're filming right now. So, we're going to employ a little cinematography magic and change locations. So, why don't you follow me? Now that we've moved on to a slightly warmer locale, also known as my dining room kitchen, I'd like to take a similar shift and go a little bit more into me and who I am and my plans for the future. I cannot get enough of theater. I love being on stage, performing off stage even. And for me, there's nothing better than making an audience feel something. Whether it be sadness after delivering a long monologue, or happiness or laughter after giving a funny joke in the middle of a show. It's just having that kind of impact on a room full of people, there's really nothing more that you can do in the world than impact people. I think that if I can go to University of Chicago, which is really what this video is all about, I can have an impact on people, which is really what everyone wants, right? Everyone wants to be able to have an impact on people. And I think I have that ability. So with your help, anonymous admissions counselor from University of Chicago, I think I can have a future. And I think that future can be full of laughter, not only for myself and all of my friends at University of Chicago that I'm going to make, but also for all of the people who attend my stand-up sets when I've gone and graduated, and all of the people who see my improv shows on television, or whether I make a room full of people cry when I deliver the final monologues of a Shakespearean play or a dramatic new play that one of my peers at U Chicago has just written that they asked me to perform in. I think that if I can go to University of Chicago, I can have an impact on people.